Growing up, I was told that by hard work and focusing on school, I'd be able to get the life that I wanted. I'd be able to get all the riches that the people have. I'll be able to be successful. I was sold this by my parents. I was sold this by society. And so that's what I did. I followed through. I got the good grades. I worked hard. Now you must be confused. You must be asking me, oh, but Benit, aren't these good things? Isn't this stuff I should be working on? Yeah, that's the problem. Your perception of good is the problem. You may have started working out and after a week you gave up because you didn't see any progress at all. And I won't blame you. It's not your fault. You know, you've been told in these videos online, they're like, oh, get a six pack in a week or lose 20 pounds of fat in 1 week with this session. And you never get it. It doesn't work. The media portrays success as you already having that dream body. You're already having that dream home. You're already having everything that you wanted that you see on the news. But what really is success? And where can you find it? You know, when we think of success, we think of everything in our life that makes us happy. And I did the happy in quotations because you're mixing the reactants with the products. It's not a part of the right equation. Going through history, you can see so many examples of people who have reached what we define as success, and they gained crazy amounts of arrogance. Arthur Ashe was the first black tennis player to be selected to play for the national level, and he won. He was able to get the gold medal, and he went on to be so arrogant about it. He was confident because he had that title of the first black man who was able to achieve the tennis world, whatever it was, right? And after almost 60 years of that title, he came up and he said, success is not a destination, but rather the journey to it. The doing is often more than the outcome. Look at video games. Look at video games. It's not the video games itself that makes you happy. It's the bonding you have with your teammates. We've been told our whole lives to become successful, to work towards it. We're told that, oh, we'll be happy when we get the dream body or when we get this and that, right? We never get the promise of when we'll achieve it and what it feels like to be successful. We never get the promise of happiness. There have been countless examples of people who've reached what we define as success and yet struggle with depression, struggle with mental health. We are told to do this program to get the abs. We are told to do this program to lose the weight, but focusing on the outcome will never get you anywhere. It'll actually take you to a worse place because once you try and give up, you feel like it's so distant that it's impossible. You'll start saying to yourself, oh, I've tried so many times, how's this one different? Instead of focusing on the output, the goal, why don't we just focus on showing up? Instead of focusing on the championship, why don't we just focus on making it to the practice? Instead of focusing on losing those 20 pounds, why don't we just focus on making it to the gym? Because these are the things that matter. These are the things people basically struggle with. This has to seem below you. Showing up to the gym should seem so easy that it should hurt your ego. We have way too many unfulfilled expectations. And this puts us into a pit of misery that makes us feel like we're unable to accomplish anything. It is impossible to recover from this until you realize that progress and success and being great is not relative to what you have at the moment. It's relative to the time and the effort it took to get to that point. Once you start realizing this, you'll love going to the workouts. You won't need motivation to go there because you know my goal today is to show up. You'll start loving doing the cardio because your goal is to just show up. What is life if not for just showing up? Just show up to the gym, just show up to practice, show up to that run, show up through that marathon, because it's not the output that is going to help you feel your happiness. It's the input that's the secret, not the output. Merry Christmas though.